What if I told you there was an easy class of drinks out there to make? Really easy cocktails you can make with leftover fruit, a bit of booze and some herbs which will be lying around in your fridge. Now this one's called the Peach Bourbon Smash, and you'd be forgiven to think it was a Mario Kart video. You once found some bushes walking home from school, when in reality it was a porno shot on a yacht off the coast of Miami with a stripper called Peaches, horrifying your parents and your whole entire family. Now on to the ingredients. Obviously we've got peaches, which is the main ingredient, hence the name. Bourbon, another one. I've gone for Buffalo Trace, which is one of my favourite brands. I often use this with Four Roses or anything like that. I'm a bit of a cheap date when it comes to bourbon, but yeah, use whatever brand you want to use. And then simple syrup, you can use a 101 or a rich simple syrup like this. Fresh lemon juice and around 6 to 8 mint leaves. I like mine a little bit minty when I do smashes. Now moving on to the history of these drinks. Nobody's really been listed as the creator of this drink, but smashes are thought to have been developed by Jerry the Professor Thomas in the 1800s, and he's sort of known as the grandfather of cocktails. He's quite an interesting character. If you ever want to read up on him, and we'll be covering some drinks from him in this channel in the future. I think I've done one or two in the past. But then smashes ended up being popularised in what I could call the dark ages of cocktails in the 1980s by Dale DeGroff at the Rainbow Rooms in New York. And he was famed for making a lemon bourbon smash, which is a really nice cocktail, which you should try out as well. As it's summer, we're going to go for some peaches. Where's your tool? Right, I'm not overcompensating here, but my muddler is stuck up in lockup with a lot of my other ingredients, so I'm working with bare minimums here. So I know it looks like I'm using an elephant sex toy, so I've had to make do with a rolling pin. We're going to do a bit of muddling action here. So let's kick it off. As always, put your mint in first, or herbs, because these are soft, they get crushed up. Using a really good knife, what I want you to do is carve off a little bit of this peach, because you're going to want to use it for garnish a bit later. We cut these up into nice little segments, like this, and attract a swarm of wasps, or yellow jackets as you guys call them over, no doubt. And the big Japanese hornet that's been flying around this garden. Don't know if you get those in your country. Chuck these into the tin, and then we're going to get these really good muddle. As we go for around 2 ounces, that's 60 ml of our bourbon. Now as it's got peach in, and I'm using sort of more of a rich simple syrup, I'm going to go for half an ounce, that's 15 ml of the simple syrup on this. I like my drinks a little bit more on the tart side, because the peach is going to be quite sweet. Garnish is all in order here. It's the problem when you make things outside, like the wind, there's so many things you've got to keep in mind. I'm moaning again. Right, then we're going to look to do about 1 ounce, that's 30 odd ml of fresh lemon juice. Going to do is going to add some ice, plenty of ice, and we're just going to give this a really good long head shake for around 10 to 13 seconds, perhaps a little bit longer. We've got lots of fresh ingredients in this. What we need to do, and it's really key when you muddle anything, that you double strain it. So we're going to double strain this over a rocks glass full of ice. And that looks like a good one, I like that. And garnish. I'm going to go for a bit of peach, a mint sprig. Will hopefully stay in place. There we have it. The all important taste test. Nice, very fruity. Now you get a lot of them hints of the mint in it as well, which I think really goes through it. All right, to me, for my taste, I think you should put more mint in Smash as always. Suits them more. Or, you know, your basil if you're making a gin basil Smash. But this is really nice. I like it. You get the kind of barrel notes as well off the bourbon. Now, it's almost a bit vanilla-y in places with it all. And lemon really sort of keeps it in place. It's not so sweet, and I think, well, it is a sweet, fruity drink, but it could be overkill sweetness, if you know what I mean. Because we do have a habit sometimes of putting too many sugary ingredients together, but this works quite well. It's the right amount of tartness in this, I mean. You know, you can get all those different like nice notes off the bourbon. Really tasty. But so this one, the mint is the key. Mint is key on this one. So what would I rate it? Nice summer drink, nice summer sipper. Easy for people that don't like bourbon to make and convert them. But yeah, I'm going to give this one probably an 8.1 out of 10.